to Nina Farms. If you're new here, I am Nina. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and we also have a small farm that we homestead. So we do videos all about homeschooling, homemaking, and homesteading. And today's video is a homeschooling video. It is in collaboration with Abby at Rooted and Rest and Jessica at the Waldock Way. Every month they are doing a homeschool show and tell, and this month's theme is all about morning basket. So I thought I would take you through our morning basket, show you what I keep in it, and talk to you about what we do during our morning time, and then give you a glimpse into our morning time as we do it ourselves. So let's get started. This is where we do our morning time. This is in what we call our library. It's actually our sunroom off of our deck. And then this is where we keep all of our books. So I will usually sit in this rocking chair in the morning. Our morning basket is over there, and the kids will bring their bean bags and they cuddle up on the floor while we have morning time. Here is my morning basket. This basket I just found at Home Goods a couple of years ago. So morning basket can be done tons of different ways. Some people choose themes every month and they put things in their morning basket that are associated with that theme. I don't do that. I just put everything that goes in there for our morning time. The only thing that gets swapped out really are our read alouds, and then adding if I have any games or anything like that I want to add in, or if we're doing an art project, I may put some stuff in there for an art project. But really that's the only thing that I change out. Other than that, everything else stays in there through the school year. You will see how we do morning basket and kind of the flow of things in a little bit when we do kind of a morning in the life in a little bit. But I'm just going to run through and explain to you kind of what we keep in our morning basket. It stays on this bookshelf right here, right next to where I sit. So it's very accessible to me when we're doing morning time. So over the summer, we had a goal of reading through the Little House series. So we didn't quite make it all the way through the Little House series through the summer, but so we are still working through that. We've been on a Little House kick for about a year now. We've been watching through the series on Amazon Prime. Right now, we just started By the Shores of Silver Lake. We are currently on the Canada unit in our My Father's World Exploring Countries and Cultures. So we're reading through Anne of Green Gables. So we'll read a chapter or two out of that every morning. We are still working on our missionary from the YWAM books, Cameron Townsend, from our Mexico and Central America study. Our music, which is We Sing Around the World. So every Friday we will work on the songs that go along with the unit that we're working on. Like I said, right now we're on Canada, so I'll find the song that's designated for Canada and we'll play that and sing it. We start our morning with the Lord's Prayer. Now, my kids have memorized it, so we don't really need this book anymore, but when we were first learning the Lord's Prayer several years ago, I had this book, and I think it was something that I had as a child. My mom passed down to me, so I would read this book to them, and we just read it every day, and they eventually learned the Lord's Prayer and memorized it. But I still keep it in here for my younger ones if they want to look at the pictures while we are saying it. We have not started it yet, but we are getting ready to start a hymn study. And I found this book a couple of years ago at a homeschool conference, and I thought it was really great. It has a lot of hymns. It has 150 of the world's greatest hymns in it. And it also has the story about how the hymn came to be. So it's really neat. My husband plays the piano, and our piano is in this room. I do not play the piano very well at all, but I'm hoping that he will be able to help me with this as we start our hymn study, as he will sit down and hopefully play the hymn, or I'll have Alexa play the hymn on the Echo Dot, and we will sing it and read about it. And I'm hoping to kind of do maybe one or two a month, and go from there. So that's our hymn study. With our Bible, we are reading through the book of Matthew this year. So my Bible is over there on the side table, and I will talk to you a little bit about what we do for memory work in a minute. But along with Bible, we are reading through Hero Tales. I wasn't really sure what to expect with this book, but it has turned out to be a really neat book, and our kids have enjoyed it. If I can do this one-handed here, I'll just put it down here on the ground. So the way it works is it has a person that has been great influence in the Christian faith or a missionary, and it tells a little bit about their life, and then it tells true stories about that person, and it focuses on a character trait. So like this one is focused on thankfulness, and so then it has back here questions to ask about what you read. It has the character trait, and then a verse from the Bible. I have them copy the character trait on using, that's what these clipboards are for back there. So this has been a really neat book, and kind of getting them familiar with missions and what people and history have done to share the gospel with other people. This book came with our curriculum. It is Window on the World. It's another really neat book. It's helping us focus on praying for other people around the world and other countries and people groups. So it has several different people groups and countries in it, and it gives a little bit of information about the country or the people group. It tells how people are reaching those people and how they're delivering the gospel of Jesus Christ to them. And then it also gives here like prayer points of how we can be praying for that country or the people group. And My Father's World, if you know anything about them, they focus on Bible translation. And it's really neat because a portion of the profits from us buying curriculum from them goes to help with Bible translation, so that other people around the world that don't have a Bible in their language can eventually get one. So that's been really cool, and kind of eye-opening for our kids, and helping them to focus on other people, and to know that we are all God's children. God created everyone, and that He loves all people, that no particular person or people group is any better than the other, and that we all need Jesus. So we have really enjoyed this book. I also keep our science in here for us to do our science reading. We will do any science experiments in the afternoons, but for morning time, I will have, we're doing the Usborne Living World Encyclopedia and God's Design, Properties of Ecosystems. So that's kind of the focus for this year's science, is animals and ecosystems. So I will read out of this when our teacher's manual tells me to. And so I stick in here. That way I have them already captive with morning time. Something that comes along with our My Father's World, whenever you purchase that from them, is you get this subscription to World Kids. It's kind of like a current events magazine. And so we'll just kind of read through this, take some time on Fridays and just read through some of the articles in here and do some of the activities. So I keep this in morning basket. This was last month's. We use Matthew C. And so this is their skip counting and addition facts songbook. And so I will play a couple of songs during the mornings to just help them kind of stay familiar with those skip counting and addition facts. Like I said, these are their clipboards to write down their character traits. We're still working on handwriting. I have a lefty and a righty, so we are still working on our handwriting there. I keep a dry erase board in here if I need to write down anything for them to copy, or just to kind of keep it handy. Our church lately has started a program where they are doing kind of like virtual Sunday school, and they've passed out packets to every family, and we watch a video on Sunday, and then they have packets through the week of where we do different activities that relate to that Sunday school lesson. So this is our Sunday school lesson for this week that I am filming this and the supplies that we need, we will go through the different activities in the morning along with our Bible lesson as well. I have a Bible game that we got in here that we will play sometimes. And then I have this little caddy that I got from the Dollar Tree, kind of handy, with just some pencils, crayons, color pencils, markers, scissors, glue, and a dry erase marker in here. That way I can just set it in the middle of the floor and they can use it as they need to. We made Bible journals a couple of weeks ago with our Sunday school lesson, so we keep their Bible journals in here and they will take them out and use them when we are reading through our Bible lessons. So another aspect that we do during morning time is we work on our memory work. And just recently I saw a video about Simply Charlotte Mason's scripture memory method of learning scripture. So I thought that was really cool, so I created it myself. So I just found this box on Amazon. I bought the tabs and labeled them and set up that system. So we will work on scripture memory every morning and other pieces of memory work that I have to get the kids working on. And so I just took our list from My Father's World that they give us and wrote the verses down on just plain old 4x6 cards. And then I also have the a Farmhouse Full's memory work cards. I will put her YouTube channel down below. She is a homeschooling mama of 8 and she has some really cool tips. I have loved following her over the last couple of years, but I got these from her, just some generic like American history and math facts and English facts. And she does have some Bible verses as well, but I'm not using those. I'm just using the ones from My Father's World. Okay, let's get started. Let's say the Lord's Prayer. Can y'all say it with me? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Good job. Okay. All right, we are still in what country? Canada. So we're going to still continue to, and Canada is in on what continent?
North America.
North America. All right, so today in our window on the world, I'm going to read to you about another country that is in North America. It is called Greenland. Matthew 5:12.
Matthew 5:12.
Rejoice and be glad.
Rejoice and be glad.
Because great is your reward in heaven.
Because great is your reward in heaven.
For in the same way they persecute the prophets who were before you. All right, multiples of 8. 8, 16. 24, 32. 40, 48. 56, 64. 72, 80. All right, state capitals: Springfield, Illinois. Madison, Wisconsin. St. Paul, Minnesota. Des Moines, Iowa. Jefferson City, Missouri. Little Rock, Arkansas. All right, the War of 1812.
The War of 1812.
The War of 1812 was a conflict
The War of 1812 was a conflict
between the United States and Great Britain
between the United States and Great Britain
over maritime rights.
over maritime rights.
We're going to move into our read aloud time now, so if y'all want to quietly play with something on the floor, you can do that. But I know. All right, we're going to read Are You My Mother?
Are you my mother?
A mother bird Alright guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed a look inside my morning basket and what we do for our morning time each and every morning. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you would like to stick around, and we will catch you in our next video. Bye guys.